Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shay's Tube, and thank you so much for tuning in tonight for this brand new. I'm about to say haul, y'all. Man, for this live. All right. Happy and blessed Tuesday. Well, it's Wednesday actually now, 12:10 a.m. So happy and blessed Wednesday, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Y'all, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content tonight. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Tony Band's in the house. How you doing, Tony? Thank you so much for tuning in. Carl is here, is in the house. Thank you so much, Carl. Everybody in the bushes, thank you so much for tuning in. And everybody who watches this in the replay, thank you so much for tuning in to this live. Let's go ahead and do the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, research, and etc. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. It will be in my comment area, and some of it is scrolling across that banner right there. Also, guys, if you want to show support to this channel, you can do that by doing a Cash App at $ShadesTube. All donations are used to better this channel. All right. So tonight, guys, we're going to be talking about two subjects. The first one is Sean Combs' accuser allegedly has crucial evidence against him. Also, I want to talk about this case that happened in Philly. All right. A teen was unalived after being chased by his white friends, I guess. And I believe a racist remark was made. All right. So we're going to talk about that as well tonight. I'm not going to do the ladies who unalive their children tonight. I'll resume with that again tomorrow because, of course, I need to get off this live pretty quick tonight because I have to get up super early tomorrow to go down here to this court. And I went on to comb my hair tonight because, you can't wear a hat in the courtroom, right? So I went on to comb my hair so I can be looking cute and everything. And so in the morning, I want to be like trying to rush to do everything. I can just get up, wash up, put on my clothes because y'all know I take a shower at night. So in the morning I just wash up. And so put on my clothes and stuff like that and then get out there, on time. Because you can't be late to court anyway. It's 8:30. So it's super early. So that's why I decided not to talk about another female tonight, and I'll resume with that tomorrow, okay? And I tried to come on earlier, guys, and couldn't make it. I mean, I had so much to do. Had a busy day today, running around, still looking for stuff that I need for my place. Had to unpack some more stuff and put some things out. We had to spray. Just so much to do when you are in a house. It's just way different than when you are in a apartment or, something smaller and everything. But it's coming together, and I'm happy, about that and everything. So anyway, let's go ahead, y'all, with this topic time, y'all. Topic time. Yeah. Topic time. Yeah. Topic time. Yeah. Topic time is in effect, y'all. Let me turn this down some. Damn, this music be so loud sometimes. Okay. I can hear it somewhat. And I hope this damn internet is not going in and out because I did change internet providers. I went from Frontier to Spectrum. So hopefully Spectrum lives up to what they claim, All right. So far it's going good. I see the bars going up and down. So I hope it's not like breaking up or anything. I can't really tell on my end if you guys don't say anything. All right. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this done before, something happened with this internet shit. Because I think so many people are using it at this time of night here, and it may be like weak. I may have to order a higher, I guess, a different strength, I guess. I don't know how you say that, but we'll see. We will see. They claim it's the best one, so we will see. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Y'all let me know if the internet is going in and out, all right, if you guys are still here. All right, so let's go ahead and go with the first story, which is Sean Combs. Breaking news, actually, with Sean Combs, all right? Here we go. Let's go ahead and find that article real quick. I got a lot of justice stuff here. So anyway, according to this source right here, once it comes open, Music Times, okay? Rapper Sean Diddy Combs is facing many allegations accusing him of misconduct throughout his career. One of the most notable ones came in the form of a sexual assault case filed by Liza Gardner. Gardner alleged that Combs and singer Aaron Hall had actually assaulted her when she was still 16 years old in 1990 in New York. Now, the accuser had reportedly obtained crucial evidence that could incriminate Combs. In court documents obtained by All Hip Hop, it was learned that Gardner, through her lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, has sought the presiding judge to voluntarily discontinue her sexual assault case in New York without prejudice, as she intends to refile it in New Jersey. Legally asking a judge to dismiss a case without prejudice means that the case can be dismissed but can still be refiled at a later point. All right. Now, Blackburn, okay, thank you, Tony. Blackburn wrote to Judge Richard G. Lattin that his client, Gardner, had received new information from several witnesses that could add context to his client's claims and eventually clarify the case's timeline. The first and second witness have photos of plaintiff and defendant Aaron Hall from the day of the assault, which was taken a few hours before he RAPED the plaintiff. The first and second witness also confirmed that the 16-year-old plaintiff was assaulted at the MCA event in New York City, went to dinner in New York City, and then was taken to New Jersey where the RAPE happened. That's according to the filing that was wrote. Anyway, explaining the need to refile it on New Jersey City, in New Jersey City, instead of New York, the former employee confirmed that Aaron Hall was an employee of MCA at the time of the RAPE. In 2023, Garner was one of the many people who came forward and sued the rapper for sexual assault. She also accused him of battery in negligent infliction of emotional distress. In her recollection, she and another friend were actually assaulted by Diddy and Hall in 1990 when she was still 16 at the time. Now, while at Hall's apartment, Liza Gardner was offered more drinks and was coerced into having sex with Combs. After Combs finished doing his business, Liza laid in bed shocked and traumatized. As she was in the process of getting dressed, Hall barged into the room, pinned her down, and forced Liza Gardner to have sex with him. After Hall finished RAPING Liza Gardner, she quickly got dressed and ran out of Hall's house. Her friend left shortly after, according to Gardner's filing. In April 2024, Blackburn was accused of improperly filing cases in court to attract media attention and embarrass defendants. He was also referred to a New York court grievance committee to investigate whether he had violated court rules. Okay, so as we wrap that up, so from my understanding, she asked the judge to dismiss her case without prejudice so she could refile in New Jersey. Okay, and then it was stated that I guess other people witnesses have crucial information that can be very important to the case. And they also claim that they have Aaron Hall in Diddy on video. Also, some other people said that she was 16 and that they did go all of these places that she indicated in the lawsuit. So this is going to be a very interesting case to see play out. Again, I believe Cassie, like I said before so many times. I definitely do. This girl here, I kind of believe her as well. Her and her friend. Um, I don't think she's just making up all this stuff. I really just truly don't. In my opinion, I just don't. There are so many allegations of Diddy doing so many things in regards to actual type things. I mean, I just don't think everybody could be lying. Like I said before, when you have a bunch of people all saying something similar about a person, there's got to be some truth to it, especially when people don't know each other. All right. Everybody can't be lying. Everybody just can't be lying, you know? Now let's read some of these comments real quick. So Cheryl said, let's analyze this nonsense, shall we? First, she was 16. Why did her parents allow her to go to an adult event? Next, she has a picture with a H in 2024. That's all you need is a picture, and that destroys a person's career. And lastly, you didn't go to the police no time between 1990 and 2024. Whatever. So anyway, YouTube Success said, Cheryl, you are too old to be this stupid. Okay, let's go back over Cheryl's stuff. First of all, 16 years old, her parents might not have known that she was out. So many kids sneak out the house, claim or say they're going to their friend's house, and their parents don't be having the slightest idea what they are doing. Okay, so I mean, lady, get out of the twilight zone. It's a lot of kids skip out of the house, sneak out of the house, skip school or whatever, and be places that their parents could have never even known about. So let's see what else. And another thing, they always say, why didn't you go to the police? I mean, I have said that to myself. However, maybe she was scared. At 16, she probably was scared. She probably thought that nobody would believe her, especially since she went to the, they're hanging out with these older men. And she might have just been scared. And I thought she said that he threatened her. So that could be another reason why she did not go to the police. And maybe when Cassie and all of these other people start coming out with these allegations, maybe that gave her the courage to come out and tell, what happened to her and her friend. So we can't necessarily say this girl is lying because she took so long to come out. A lot of people did. Look at Cassie. Cassie was dating this dude for the longest and never came out and said anything. Look how long it took her. Look at all the other people. So please. And so that's another thing. She also has evidence in pictures and things like that. So I don't know. I don't know what Cheryl is talking about. Somebody said she had all this evidence all these years. She could have saved all his victims over the last 30 years, but she chose to wait all these years. This is why people don't believe them. Well, like I said before, there could be many reasons why this chick and a friend decided not to say anything. If he threatened them, clearly you wouldn't be saying anything because you're talking about somebody who's filthy rich. When somebody is filthy rich, and they're threatening you, trust me, they can do exactly what they said. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing. Oh, really? Such a fucking lady. Thank you so much for coming in too. Wow. That's right. She did. She did tell people before earlier, right? You're right. And they did not believe her. So she did try to tell. And like I said, even if she didn't, the thing is, people wait because again, this dude was filthy. He probably wasn't filthy rich back then, but he's filthy rich now, All right. And even back then, he had a lot of power. So I'm pretty sure he was telling her and threatening, just like he did allegedly to other people. Why didn't other people say anything? Grown ass men. Why didn't they say anything? Again, Cassie didn't say anything, and she was dating the dude. Allegedly, Kim Porter didn't say too much of anything when she was, alive. A lot of people didn't. So another commenter said, "You do realize that teenagers do go and do things that they are not supposed to do. And I'm pretty sure when you were a teen, you done some things that you aren't supposed to do, that your parents probably didn't know about. And that's everybody. Hey, Nate the Great Podcast. Y'all make sure y'all show Nate the Great Podcast some love and support. Y'all can also show Such a Fucking Lady some love and support too, because she does have a you know what. All right. So the thing is that I think most people have done things at 16 and their parents didn't know about it. As good as I was as a child and teenager, I snuck out and did stuff. I snuck out and had a boyfriend at 16 and it's supposed to. You see what I'm saying? My mom used to go to work. I used to be sneaking, and I know she would beat our asses, but we still snuck out. So this girl and her friend probably was sneaking out, hanging out with them. It still doesn't excuse the fact that these grown ass men start hanging out with them. You see what I'm saying? Because they were like minors, 16 years old. And Sean and Aaron had to be in their early 20s. And, a lot of people told, the popo about this dude, allegedly, and nothing was done. Throughout the years, there have been rumors about Sean Combs for the longest. Look at Aaliyah. Okay? There were so many rumors about that, and people just sat around and watched all of that transpired. Even when it was allegedly stated that, when it was stated that he and her was allegedly married. I just got through watching a documentary that said that they were actually married and then it got annulled. But people were sitting around buying that music, condoning all of that foolishness. And nobody said anything. Look at R. Kelly. Those girls was over his house all that time, and the parents, nobody said anything. Yeah, I don't know if these girls are telling the truth or not, but the thing about it, nobody said anything. So sometimes people don't say anything. And then I told you guys about the episode with that dude that I had met when I first moved to ATL, and I'm thinking this lying ass dude was single and everything. I found out they was married, but I stayed being his friend. Couldn't date, but I stayed being his friend. Then I told you guys what he tried to do. He tried to RAPE me, but of course, me being the person that I am, I always fight back. That's exactly what I basically did. I told you guys about that story. I didn't call the police and tell anybody. You see what I'm saying? I thought about telling the police once he got arrested for RAPING other women, and it was on the news, but I just changed my mind. I just didn't say anything. So sometimes people, just don't say a word. They just keep it, just to try to forget it. Some women just don't say anything. And then some women are scared. And then some women think that the police and people are not going to believe them. And plus they're going to blame them and say that they made this person RAPE them. So it's a lot of reasons why a person could not, go after someone if they did, RAPE to them. You know what I'm saying? Especially kids. They were at 16. So another commenter said, I'm sure we all can agree to that, but damn, back in 1990, you have lived all this time and never said nothing until you see other people suing and getting paid. So now you got a story to tell too. And according to this article, she gave Diddy the ad, but not the AH. What is AH? Okay, he was replying to somebody saying, you do realize that teenagers do go out and do things they're not supposed to. Again, he's saying she waited all this time. Again, people wait years. Okay, I'm not going to keep on going through this same thing, but people do, wait years to report crimes, all types of stuff. You got people, family members getting gunned down and they don't say shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't say shit. Sometimes they don't say nothing ever. And then sometimes they wait years to say something. So, I mean, people do these things all the time. Let's see what else they got here. So another commenter said, well, let's see here. Usher was young and his parents allowed it. The same Justin and his parents allowed it. So my guess is that her parents allowed it because there were other kids. I see that, you know what, PEDOs houses as well. That's just my opinion on that. Again, a lot of these parents do allow their children to be around these people in the industry, you know? And I still don't understand how could you let your son go all the way to New York, New Jersey, or wherever to live with somebody else to teach them whatever he was supposed to be teaching them at that particular time. I don't understand that. But again, some parents will do anything to reach that success or to get them their children, that success. Hey John, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all go show John some love and support. So some people will sell out their own kids for money. You know what I'm saying? So again, I don't know if her parents knew. She might have snuck out. But the thing is, people do conceal things for many years. Some people don't never. You know how many women probably have been actually assaulted and never came forward and told anybody? Hey, D Shep, how you doing, hon? Y'all go show D Shep some love and support. And thank you. Yeah, do you guys know how many women have been RAPED and never said anything about it? So if you're hanging out with some big time rappers and shit, singers or whatever the case is, and something goes down and you're only 16, you may be scared to tell, especially if somebody threatened you and told you, not saying that this is what he said, I'm just saying if somebody threatened you and said, bitch, you say any goddamn thing, I'm gonna fuck you up, or I'm gonna murk you, or whatever the case is. Good and damn well at 16, you're not saying shit. You gotta be quiet. And then a person could have got paid off. You see what I'm saying? So many things could have transpired that prevented this girl and her friend from saying anything. So it's not fair to say just because she waited all these years that she's basically lying about the entire thing. Now, I'm not saying everything she's saying is the truth, but I kind of believe her. And the thing about it, at 16 years old, some 20-some-year-old dudes should not even be having SCX with these girls in the first place, or giving them alcohol or drugs or anything else. It's not appropriate. And that's what a lot of people keep on forgetting, that they were just 16 years old. If you have children, can you imagine some grown ass man giving your child, or grown ass woman giving your son alcohol and maybe drugs, and then coercing them or tricking them or bribing them into having, what? Would you be mad? Especially if it's your daughter. And then the friend come in and take his turn and basically force himself on her too. So the thing is, we can't sit here and say, oh, because she waited so long, it didn't happen. We don't know. We weren't there. You know what I'm saying? Now, somebody here said, hold on. It is not uncommon for victims to remain quiet for years due to being threatened or trauma, or because they may think somebody may not believe them. Victim shaming is pathetic. Even if she was 16, whether her parents knew what she was doing, it gives nobody the right to actually assault her, period. And I agree with that. I agree. Just like I just said before, it does not give some grown ass man or young boy or whatever the right to take anything from this girl. And somebody said, how would they have known she was 16? You can look at a kid and tell they are 16. I don't care if they have big breasts, big butts, wide hips. You can look in their face and tell they're young. And just say if they look old in the face, once you talk to them, you can tell they are younger. Y'all stop lying, because you know what? When I see dudes, especially when I was younger, right? A little younger than what I am now, and younger dudes would be trying to talk to me for real. I could tell that these dudes were younger, okay? I don't care how old they told me they were. I could tell by the way they talk. So that's a no-no. They knew how old these girls were. And they did not look grown like that anyway when I looked at the picture. Some of these men love to make excuses. Okay, stop doing that shit. Y'all know people be underage. Because if it was your daughter and some old ass man hooked up with her and raped her or coerced her into, you know what, you'll be ready to unalive the person. Don't be hypocrites. It works the same way if somebody does that to somebody else child. Those are kids. No grown ass man or woman should be hooking up with a 16-year-old, 17 either, 18 either. They're too young. Let's see what else they got here. Let's see. So let me read this right here. So somebody said, if it happened regardless to what year it was. And I would say this, things were much, much different back then than it is now, even prior to that. You go back into the 50s, 60s, there were a lot of young teens that were involved with adult men, both in the black music and white. And back then, it wasn't as much taboo as it is. What? I hope that clears things up for you. Regardless of what they did back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, it doesn't mean that it was right then, and it certainly doesn't mean it's right now. Okay, the 90s was not too much different than it is today. It was still against not good to be having, you know what, with a 16-year-old like it is now. Okay, yeah, we know that back in those days and in some countries, old ass men like to get very young brides, but we're not in that country. That's the first thing. And this is not the 40s, 50s, or the 60s, or the 70s. All right, this happened in the 90s. Okay, people knew better. All right, you still got these nasty ass men doing the same thing now. And this is what 2024 still are here hooking up with 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds. If it has a damn teen in the damn age and you're damn near 30, you need to bag your ass up. Go meet somebody around your damn age. What do you have in common with somebody that young in the first place, other than sex? I don't know why they want you anyway, because I wouldn't want a man that could possibly have been out with so many damn women. I don't understand these girls. When I was 16, I did not want some dude that possibly been out here with 50,000 people. Now, granted, I met the boyfriend that I had who was 7 years older, but he wasn't like that. Okay, he certainly wasn't a celebrity or anything like that. He wasn't coercing me into anything. He certainly did not REPE me or make me do anything. And he was really too old too, because you know my mom was like, he is too old, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. But he was too old too. But the thing is like I just said, now that I am, older myself, I just don't think it's right for some old ass dude to be talking to some underage kid, and especially the ones that like to groom. Now, when I was hooking up with my ex-boyfriend back then, he didn't try to groom me. I was my own self. He didn't try to control me or anything. I never really had to control a person, just only one person that I encountered that was like that. So it is what it is. Let's see what y'all saying over here. Hmm. So yeah, Tisha, yeah, okay, you're right. Let's see. JK, it's bad when there's cash dysfunction. Okay, that's crazy and sad, but okay. So, like I said, it doesn't make that it doesn't make it right. It doesn't matter what people did in the 30s, 40s, the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, or whenever. The thing is that these two girls claim that Diddy actually assaulted them. He coerced them into doing actual things, as well as Aaron Hall. Okay. They also said that he gave them alcohol and I think drugs, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember about that. So those things are just a no-no altogether, period. So somebody said because her parents were more worried about the money and fame, just like Justin Bieber, is sickening. Sickening. Also, she was only 16. Young girls at that age get scared, ashamed, embarrassed, feel like it's their fault, may feel like nobody will believe them. There are so many reasons why young kids don't say anything, especially with Diddy being so powerful. It's sad. And that's true. You got grown women who do the same thing. Look at all these cases of grown women coming back out now saying that, their co-workers or their boss, or in the entertainment industry, directors, producers, other actors did things to them. And these are grown women. And they didn't say anything because they were scared that they were going to be blackballed, or they were threatened, or whatever the case is. They just didn't say anything. So you're talking about 16-year-olds. And even throughout the years, maybe they were scared because maybe they got threatened. When people got money, when they tell you they can do something to you, believe what they say. You would disappear so quick you won't even be able to, you wouldn't even realize it. Okay, you won't even realize it. The thing about it is definitely sad. You're right about that, John K. It's definitely sad. And again, grown ass people, whether you are a man or a woman, please date within your age range. Or if you want to go younger, just make sure the person is grown, please. Stop dating these little bitty kids. You guys don't have anything in common with these kids. What possibly can a damn 28-year-old have in common with a 16, 17, 18-year-old? What? What are you guys going to talk about? Damn, SpongeBob? Huh? Shit, Sesame Street? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what you guys are going to talk about. And then still, young girls, when that dude gets 30 something and you're still young as ever, how in the hell? How can you do it? Like I just said, I just don't know what's up with that. Maybe because you guys be offering money to these young girls and they be needing money, because that's the only way I can see it. That is the only way I can see it, because other than that, what is the purpose? And some young girls do like older guys because they are a little bit more mature, but clearly they're not too mature because they're going back dating a child. All right. So again, girls, you look, parents, y'all got to teach y'all daughters about hooking up with these old ass dudes. All right. Let your daughters know to date within their own age bracket, at least, especially when they're like 16. They need to be talking to somebody that's 16 or 17 or maybe 18. If they want grown, 19 years old is grown. 18 years old is growing, but not somebody that's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. But even 20 is better than somebody that's 25 or 28 or 30. They're just too old. Shit, they done did stuff you probably didn't even do yet. Probably have kids already. There's all types of shit. So parents, you definitely got to teach your daughters how not to be like desperate and, so money hungry and believe everything these dudes say. Because a lot of times when these older dudes be picking up these younger girls, they be giving them money and things like that. But when they get done with them, they move on. Some of these girls be sad. Some of these girls just be out for that money. They don't give a shit about giving these guys a little, what? As long as they get their damn nails done, their hair done, and get some designer clothing, they happy. He probably is. They sure do. You got that right. They sure do. But the thing about it is that these people need to learn how to have better self-control. See, because nobody can control you if you have self-control and you don't do certain things. Shit. They're not forcing these people to have sex with underage girls and boys. They're not forcing nobody to do this. They don't have GUNs up to their heads and telling them, go have, with these underage actresses, aspiring actresses and actors. So it's still these people's choice. All right. And they choose to do certain things for whatever reason. Some people choose to do certain things, because the other people are doing it. It's just different reasons why they do things. Some of these people are straight up PEDOs. That's what they are. And some of these people have sicknesses going on in their brain, because why are you even looking at an underage kid, especially somebody that's 10, 11, 12, 9, things like that? That's ridiculous. Right, just weird. Very strange, very strange. And I do hope these girls win if everything they are saying is true. They did say they do have evidence. So that's a key thing right there. The evidence speaks for itself. So if they have actual evidence that indicates that Sean and Aaron did these things, then yes, they need to be held accountable. You know, if the lawsuit is all they want, then hey, go for it. You know, again, I'm still trying to figure out if they're gonna ever do any criminal charges. Because remember when I was reading about this, they say they can still go back and file criminal charges because if somebody RAPE you, that never expires. When it comes to you being able to press charges. So we will see how that plays out. I'm thinking that nothing won't be done criminally though, because this dude got so much money, he can surely make things just disappear somewhat. So we will see, and I will definitely keep you guys updated regarding that. And I wish they would. I guess they can't, but I wish they would tell us about some of this evidence that they do have, but I guess they can't and stuff. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what else they got here. Let's see. Let's see what else they got on here. Okay, so here goes somebody condoning this foolishness once again. Let me first read these comments over here. D Shep, that's how they took control of governments. Okay, they need to also get to the root of it, which is the ones they definitely need to get to the root of it. But you know why they're not going to get to that? Because, like you just said, those people are very powerful. There's a lot of executives, directors, big heads of companies, of music companies, and things like that. So it's a whole organization. Let's keep it real. No telling. They're doing the ex trafficking and all this type of shit. I don't think they would ever have that under control, honestly, because there's too many big people involved in that. Right. There's no way. And all that money that they get from doing certain things, no telling who all be getting underage girls and things like that. Because, honestly, if you know somebody is into that type of stuff, why would you even want to be their friends or hanging around with them? If I know someone is a pet, you know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to be hanging around with this person because I don't want to be, associating with him and making people thinking that I am like that. You see what I'm saying? So when I see people hanging around certain people, it just makes me think they're into the same things. You know what I'm saying? You got that right. Okay, so right here, this lady said, back then, a lot of wild behavior went down. Female groupies would literally throw themselves at these entertainers. I'm curious to know how can all what this person is saying will be proven in court, because they just said she have evidence, okay, to support her claims. And you know what? Groupies still throw themselves at entertainers. All right, please, is this lady crazy? All on TikTok, everywhere. That has not changed. It's actually worse because now people can link up with these stars if they are willing, all on TikTok, on YouTube, on Snapchat, just everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, it's still, if you are a grown ass man and some underage girl, you can pretty much tell when they start talking. If they don't look it in their face, you can tell when they start talking. Trust me. So when you see this as a grown ass entertainer, you should be more responsible. You mean to tell me all these fucking young women throwing themselves at you, other young women that's grown, you don't want any of them. You want this young underage girl. That shows right there that you have some type of sickness going on. And that's just on everything. Because if you meet a 20-year-old, what is the difference between a 20-year-old and a 16-year-old's area right there? Not too much of a difference. It's still vibrant. Okay, it's still youthful. Even though this to dispel a lot of people's stupid shit they say. How can I say this? When a woman get older, because I hear a lot of jokes going on, and I think it's stupid. Yes, women do age in that area just like a man does. However, again, if a woman takes care of herself, that area still can remain somewhat youthful. Not as youthful as a 20-year-old or anything like that, especially if you have children, but it can still be good there. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So stop saying all this weird shit that y'all definitely can't bag up. Maybe the women you guys been with that are older, maybe they was worn out and things like that. I don't know. But if a woman is taking care of herself, that stuff is still going to be pretty much straight. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be all loose and all saggy and all old and all decrepit and all this other weird shit y'all be talking about. The same thing applies to men. If a man is taking care of his area, in that area, if he's taking care of that area, yes, he's going to slow down in certain ways. Yes, certain things may happen, but he still will look pretty decent in that area. It still will be like youthful, for his age, just like a woman, and he will still be good. The only time people start looking a hot ass mess below is when they don't take care of themselves, or they be drinking, smoking, doing drugs, having just too much X with every damn body, letting people beat up in that area and things like that. That's the only time. Not even babies can wear that area out, because the female body is made for, delivering a child. Plus that area, cervix and stuff opens up and all that stuff. And then it goes back into its original shape somewhat. And that's why you do, different exercises like Kegel and things like that. But all that stuff goes back together and stuff. Of course, certain things do change a little bit after having children. Of course, that's common. And just like I said, as you age. However, though, all these damn things people be saying is just plainly stupidity. All right. And I mean, I don't even know why some people say some of these things. It's just so stupid. You even got women saying this stupid shit. Shit, you should smoke all the Tylenol you want to, huh? Shit. Yeah, but Bobby Brown was a tenderoni when he made that, okay? And that doesn't mean that he was talking about a 16-year-old. Tenderoni could have been a 19-year-old, you know? When he made Tenderoni, let's see how old was Bobby Brown. Let's see. Let's see real quick. Because that song came out in 89 or somewhere, right? Let's see. Hold on, damn it. How old was Bobby Brown when Tenderoni was made? Let's see how old he was back then. Okay, that was made in 88. Damn. Now, he did say she's a sweet little girl, but, sometimes men call women little girls. You know, I don't know if he meant like a 15 or 16-year-old little girl. We would have to ask Bobby. I'm so crazy. But yeah, I don't know if he meant like a little bitty girl like that. Because back then, I'm trying to figure out how old he was. Let me see. What year was Bobby Brown born in? He was born in 1969. So in 88, he was how old? Let's see. 69, 79, 89. So he was only like 19 years old. So that's no comparison to that damn pervert. You know who and you know who. Okay, because they were grown as shit. Okay, so he was 19 years old back in 88, 89 or somewhere around that age. So if he was talking about a tenderoni, just say if he was talking about a 16-year-old, even though she's 16, but if he was 19, that's only a 3-year age difference. They still are in the same age group, even though he's a grown ass man. And she's just 16, but they still around the same age group. Okay, 16, 17, 18, 19. Maybe that's what he was talking about. He could have been talking about a 17-year-old. He could have been talking about an 18-year-old, because they still are classified as being a tenderoni. Let's see what y'all saying. Did y'all hear about Kevin from House of Pain knocked out? Really? No. Wow. For real? He should have knocked his ass out. That's on everything. It's crazy when these child actors grow up and start talking about what happened. I know they be doing all types of shit though to these kids. But the sad thing about it is these parents be letting their kids go places and be places and they don't be there. And some of these parents, I believe, be knowing what's up. And they just don't say nothing because they want that fame, that money. And that's sad. My point with this is grown-ups that took it to heart. Them saying Iggas hung out at my high school waiting for the bell to ring. Yeah, they sure. Yeah, you're right. That's right. When he was singing that song, because he was a kid himself, these grown-ass people went out looking for a tenderoni, which is plainly ridiculous. Grown men and grown women, y'all need to be grown. Stop messing with kids. And also parents, definitely teach your kids, because let me tell you something. When I was young like that and these old ass dudes would try to talk to me, I would like turn my head the other way. I don't care how much money they showed. Even when I got older, because I have always looked younger, and the old ass men try to talk to me, I turned my head the other way because I just don't, no way. Even now at an older age, if some old ass man be trying to talk to me that could be my damn dad, I'm turning my head because you can talk to my mom. You don't need to talk to me, period. And so parents, especially these mothers, you got to teach your kids, your girls especially, and your boys too. Stop talking to these old ass men and women. They're too old. If they can be your mom and dad, they're too old. Okay? Even if they can be your aunt and uncle, they are too old. Stick to your own age group. If you want somebody older and you're 16, talk to an 18-year-old. He's grown, but he's only 2 years older. And in some states at 16, it is the age of consent. And you need to find out about those laws too. Because in some states it may not be. And the 18-year-old can still be tried, for what's the name? What is that called? I can't remember. Statutory, you know what. So you have to check out those laws and things like that. And men, for real, you guys need to get help. Stop talking to these underage kids. You too, women. Damn, y'all be wanting these little young ass boys and stuff for what? For what purpose? If you are 35 years old, why in the hell would you want a 17-year-old, even 18-year-old boy? If you want younger, you can talk to a 21-year-old or a 22-year-old. They are still young. I don't know what's wrong with these people thinking that people are old when they turn 20. I told y'all the story about my daughter was outside at a store, at a restaurant with her sister right before we moved, right? And this older guy around my age was trying to talk to my daughter, right? And he was like, I bet you just got out of school, huh? My daughter said, I'm not in school. He was like, oh, you're not in school no more? She said, no. He said, how old are you? My daughter said, 20. He was like, oh, okay. And he left. He thought my daughter was underage. He was looking for a little 16-year-old high school kid. And mind you, my daughter looks young and still is young. But he's clearly you know what? Because he was looking for a little kid for real. And I was like, you should have got his license plate number and just reported it to the police because that's weird. Why are you around the school looking for underage girls? You too old to be talking to my 20-year-old. And if I would have caught your old ass, I would have went off on you. And I remember when I lived in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, I was walking behind my two daughters and they were walking in front, right? This pervert was in his van looking at my daughter, right? He didn't know I was with him because I was walking way back behind him. So he started gradually moving up. So I ran up to my daughter and stuff. Then when he saw me run up to them, he came by talking about your daughter. No, he didn't say your daughter. He was like, she got some nice legs. And I looked at that stupid ass man like he was stupid. And I said something to him that I'm not going to repeat on this live and stuff. And he left. So you got some perverts. Just like here in Cali, we was in Walmart. So this old ass man looked like he was every bit of 80. He could be my damn dad. All right, let's keep it real. All right, in a wheelchair. I'm thinking the old ass dude get ready to say something to me. He trying to talk to my damn daughter, talking about you could be my wife. I looked at his old ass and was like, dude, get your ass away from over here before I push your damn thing you in your wheelchair and push your ass out this damn store into traffic. That's stupid. You too damn old. But I school my girls, right? And my son too. I tell them, you don't want to be talking to no old ass men and women, period. Date around your own age. I don't give a shit what they offer you. You can find a young dude who has a decent career, a little career, and he can do things too. You don't have to go to no old dude. Some young dudes got their stuff together for real, you know? Shit. Yeah, I'm in Cali. No, I didn't check in. Did you checked in with me? No, I'm just But let's go back over to these other comments, see what you guys are saying. You right about that. This shit, are you? Shit, you should be DEAD, huh? Mm. Mm. Let's see if y'all still. They sure do. You got that right. It's scaring them, intimidating them, and things like that. They sure do. You got that right too, because I know a lot of people in different countries of Africa, and not all countries do this in Africa, but some of them do. As soon as they start they misses, she's ready to have some old ass 50-year-old man, and the little girl is only like 13. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy, man. I just couldn't do it. Yeah, that's just you got. Yep, yep, yep. Like I said, I don't know. I just think again, parents need to stop being desperate too. I'm talking about USA because over there in different countries of Africa, they just some of those countries. Not every single country does this though, but in the ones that do, there's no point even talking about them because they just believe certain things. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. But here in the United States of America, we know that it's not right to be connecting up with underage kids. That's why they do have laws to protect them. And we do know that people up in higher positions, like in Hollywood and stuff like that, in the industry, they've been doing the most, you know. But I still think it's up to these parents, all right? The parents for letting their kids be in association with these type of people. You know, I remember like my girls once they wanted to be actresses and stuff and still do, right. And I was like, shit. I was like, already, schooling them. My husband was schooling them, and that's exactly why I was going to be their manager and make sure I be watching. But I school my girls and my son too. I really do. I school all of my kids about certain things so they can know. And that's what we need to do. We have to school our kids. We can't wait for other people to tell our children what they shouldn't do. You know, same thing when it comes to drugs. You have to school your children about drugs and stuff and what they can do, to your body and things like that. See, the one thing that I know is that a lot of people be doing shit themselves, okay, and then their kids see it and they think it's okay. You got some damn parents who get high and get drunk with their children. And what's wrong with that picture right there? That's just plainly crazy and disrespectful. I have had friends who say, I make my kids say ma'am and sir, but at the same time, they let their kids get high with them and drink with them. Well, listen, I don't make my kids call me ma'am, all right? They don't have to. They just call me mom. And from time to time, these three here joke around and call me Shades Tube. Okay. However, they don't disrespect me. They don't smoke with me. If I was smoking, I don't smoke, and they don't smoke. If I did drink, they would not be drinking alcohol with me. Okay. Just like I would not be going out to a club with my kids. Those are just a no-no. Especially not with no young ass kids. If you got older kids and you want to go out to a club or something with your child, not somewhere where y'all gonna be doing the most. Like if you want to go to a jazz club or something like that, that may be okay because they're older. So certain thing as a parent, we just don't need to do with our children. I never believed in letting my kids bring men or women over my house and they shacking up, living up in there, having XCX in the room, because I would rather them have XCX at home than out in public. And when I hear parents say that stupid shit, I laugh. That's stupid. And then they wonder why their kids end up being pregnant, or their sons got babies all over the damn world, or they wonder why their children end up incarcerated because they be teaching them stupid shit. Who does this? You don't let children drink and smoke with you and shit, and have men and women up in your house having, you know what, under your roof. That's stupid as shit. And that's dumb too. You doing a drive by with your children, showing them how to be, what's the name? And showing them how they can easily get themselves murked in the long run, or maybe even the short run. Some of these people don't need kids because they're kids. They are kids themselves. All right, in the brain. The hell you doing a drive by with your children? You see people fighting with their children, fighting other people. That's crazy. The only time I can see myself fighting somebody else that's fighting my kids is if I'm there and the parent or something gets involved, or a bunch of kids get involved and I'm trying to stop. And then somebody hit me, and then I just lose all control. That's the only time I can see myself doing that. Otherwise, I'm not going to be doing that, because I'm going to try to not even be in that type of situation or have my kids in that type of situation. This is plainly weird. And that too, fighting kids. The only time I think a parent need to fight a child is if a child is coming up against you and putting your life or your sibling or your other kid's life in jeopardy, where you have to do something about it. But even then, you're not trying to unalive your child unless your child is trying to unalive you. Then you don't have any choice but to try to defend yourself. You're right about that. They don't give a damn as long as they get that money. Because so many people are so just in love with that damn money, man. And like that scripture says, for the love of money, let me say it right, because y'all always talk about money is the root of all evil. That is not correct. Stop saying that right, because that's not what it says. So this is what it says right here. It says, I actually screenshot this today. The love of money, okay, is a root of all kinds of evil, for which some have strayed from the faith in their greediness and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. First Timothy 6th chapter 10th verse. Y'all stop saying it wrong. It's not the root of all. The root of money is whatever y'all be saying. It's not right. Okay, it's the love. Stop leaving that key word out. Y'all do just like Satan does. Tell stuff, do quotes, and leave certain key words out. It's the love of money. Okay, money itself is not evil, because money is not a person. But the love of it by a person is what is evil and wrong. When you love money more than you love anything else, especially God, then that's where the problem comes in at. So we cannot be in love with money like that, okay? Because you do need money to take care of yourself. If you don't have money, you're not going to have a place to live. You're not going to have a car. You're not going to have food, clothing, or anything. So you can have money. You just don't need to be in love with it. Because people who are in love with money, they give their kids out to, you know what, PEDOs, all right? They put their kids out to be prostitutes. They sell their children. They do anything for money. People who love money like that, they will go commit crimes just to be rich and put themselves in jeopardy of being incarcerated, and then they end up not being around their children to help raise them. So that's what that scripture is talking about. People who love that money and will do anything for money. They would treat people any kind of way. They would unalive people for money. They would do anything that's immoral for money. They would prostitute themselves for money. They would do anything for money. That's what that means. So stop saying that scripture wrong, or just don't quote it at all. So let's see here what else you guys are saying. They sure do. You can't even tell kids what to do these days, because the kids will fight you, and then the parents want to fight you. That's true. You got that right. The most evil people on the planet have become trillionaires and quadrillionaires. That's right. Because of the love of money, they would do anything for that money. They will sell you out for that money. You got people unalive and their relatives because they love that money, to collect on that life insurance policies and things like that. People will marry people just because of that money. All right. Men be trying to attract women and force women to talk to them because they love their money. And so they're using their money to get what they want. And that's why a lot of times that shit don't work out. And that's another thing too. I wish that things could change. There should never be people who are super, super rich and you got people out here homeless. I be seeing old ass people look like they 70, 60 something, hell, 50 something, 40 something outside homeless. And I really don't like to see people when they get in their 60s and stuff outside homeless. They be sickly looking and I be trying to get them money and stuff. And I be really feeling sorry for these people. If I was like rich like that, I would be helping so many people would be a trip. You know what I'm saying? I would be really getting them houses to live in or apartments and pay for that shit for 5, 10 years down the road. And if they mess up, then that's just them. But I really would because that's the type of person I am. There's no way I can sit up there and watch some old man unless he's strung out on drugs or something like that because then you can't help them too much. You can just refer them to, somewhere to get treatment and things like that. But I'm just talking about sensible people who are homeless that can really use a helping hand, and they need that. I would basically be trying to help those type and get them a place to live. And I'm not giving it to no damn agency. I would give those people go pay their rent in an apartment for a whole damn 10 years or so until they get themselves together. And they should definitely be able to get themselves together in all that time. Because you don't need all that damn money. You know what I'm saying? Why do people need $500 million or $1 billion? Why? Oh, sure, you got that right. Definitely that. One thing about my Sunni BS, he can never say that I just was with him for the money because, yeah, when I met him, he had it going on, but he went through so many financial things, and I stuck with him all these years. You see what I'm saying? All the way from 2000 when he started having them, all the way up until now, basically. And even when we get a divorce, I'm still gonna be his friend, still, work together with him as a team, because we still will be a team because we have children together. You know, we're not going to be a team like we was when we were married, but we're still going to be a team because we're still friends and stuff. But one thing he can say is that I did not try to use him for his money. And as soon as things started going bad, I got up and left, like a lot of women do. Yeah, hospitals. And you know what? That's another thing too. Just like in these companies who prescribe all these medications and stuff, which we know have different side effects and effects. It's all about money. And I'm trying to talk in code right now, but it's all about that money. You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching a video today. The dude was like, "Why do doctors prescribe certain medications to you when they know that they are harmful?" And then they tell you, they don't tell you about the natural foods. But like, for example, with high blood pressure, they'll put you on medications versus telling you to eat grapefruit. And he was like, you eat grapefruit twice a day or 3 times a day, it'll keep your blood pressure, lowered. And he was like, the doctors don't tell you anything about that. But I agree with him in regards to that. But at the same time, I still think consumers need to sit down and get a medical book and learn about things themselves. Now, back when I first developed hypertension a long time ago, I was into medical stuff. However, I did not know hypertension ran in my family. All right. I never even thought about hypertension. But if I would have thought about it and knew that it ran in my family, I guarantee you I would have been looking it up and I would have started drinking grapefruit juice. So I never would have ever had to take hypertension medication. Because one thing I know, once they put you on these medications, Sometimes you can get off, but sometimes you just cannot. And that is crazy because once your body start being dependent on it, it be dependent on it. So that's why I think it's good to go to the doctor and get all these tests and stuff, get them done. And also at the same time, find out about your body yourself, look up certain things yourself, figure out, find out about find out about natural foods and fruits and all this other stuff. And if you start noticing your blood pressure is elevated and it's like that for a minute, like a couple of days or so, shit, I would be drinking that cranberry juice. You know what I'm saying? I would start off, not cranberry, grapefruit juice. I would start off slow, maybe 1 cup or whatever, and then gradually move up, you know, to try to keep my blood pressure, down so that I won't develop hypertension and have to be on medications for that, because it's hard to get off those medications once you be on them, especially if you be on those medications for years. It's very hard to get off of them because I tried to get off of my high blood pressure pills and couldn't. Blood pressure shot up. Grapefruit juice could not bring it down. So that's what I'm saying. So it's up to us to learn about, all this different stuff that we need to know about. Not just them damn doctors, but learn on your own, because doctors don't tell you everything. Let's not forget that doctors were paid to say the flu, pneumonia, and other respiratory ailments went on vacation. Yeah, I know. That is true. Yep, that is true. And now they say another 2 variants is out too, but I'll tell you guys about that later because I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, they said there's another 2 variants out, right now. You know what I'm talking about, CV. But again, hopefully these 2 girls, if they are telling the 100% truth, hopefully justice will be served. And maybe if this dude is guilty, hopefully, they can do other things besides the civil stuff, you know, so they can stop him from doing this to other women, point blank, and other girls and boys or whatever the case is, if he did anything. We always got to put in there if, because we don't know for sure. We weren't there. We just don't know. Not for sure. We don't know 100%. All right. All right. So if I do get any updates on that, I will let you guys know about that as well. All right. So now let me go ahead and because I don't got too much longer. Let's see on here. Right. Allegedly. Let's go ahead and go over the next story. And that is the teen. All right. I almost forgot what I was going to talk about. Shit. Y'all, I'm so glad I took my shower already, right? I already took my shower and everything. So when I get off this live, I can just go get straight into bed. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to get up like at 7 o'clock. Let me see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, I got to get up at 7 to be at this court at 8:15. I got to be there at 8:30, but I'm going to be there about 8:15 so I can be there. You know what I'm saying? I have already combed my hair, like I said before, so all I got to do is get up, wash up, put on my clothes, and get on out. And since I don't wear all that makeup, that's a blessing. I don't have to wear makeup like that. I just put on a little concealer, put a little lip liner on, little lip gloss stuff, do my eyebrows, and that's it. And I'm ready to go. Let's see. It sure is. It need to. If it's true, it need to. You know? Like I said, I believe Cassie. I kind of believe them. That producer dude, he said he has tapes. If he actually have videotapes, then I can believe him. All right. I don't know for sure if everything he's saying is 100% true, but anything is possible, But with these girls, I believe at least 80% of their stuff is true, and I believe like 90% of what Cassie said is true. I just really do. Okay, so let's go on with the next story, y'all. Let's go ahead and talk about this teenage dude, this little guy. Let me go to the story. Okay. I'm getting tired. Hold on. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Oh man. Let's see here. I don't know how y'all do it. How do y'all be up all night long? So here we go. Anyway, hold on, let me see what they're saying here. Okay, let me go to the original story first. Let me go to this original story first because these people going to all this stuff. So, hold on. So this little boy name is, let's see, what is his name? Justin Johnson. Okay, he lived in Philadelphia. So I'm gonna give you guys. He attended Central Dauphin High School. All right. So anyway, they did in the initial investigation, they obtained video footage. However, they claim that video footage does not show Justin Johnson being harmed. They also say he came back to his house by himself, and before leaving his home, Justin told his father in a phone call that he was going to play tag with friends. So let's see how old this little boy was. Before I do this time, let me just see what else. Hold on for a minute. Let me get some other information on this little guy here. Let's see. He was 16 years old, okay? He looked younger than 16 years old. Let's see. So let's see exactly what happened. Okay, so they said that according to Koshiba, and I guess Koshiba is public safety director, okay? Okay, he said Justin, along with 22 other students, were playing a game similar to Senior Assassin using the Life 360 app. The app is downloaded to a phone and allows users to track the location of family and friends. The rules that we know of thus far are that the tag "it" must be witnessed by 3 to 5 people in the game, or it must be recorded on video, said Koshiba. Police said their investigation revealed that messages had been exchanged through the app since April the 22nd. During the press conference, a video of Justin and his classmates could be seen playing the game during school hours. Koshiba said that in the surveillance video on April the 26th, 4 boys, all aged 16, can be seen chasing Justin. Police also identified the object in the video as a white and green water gun. The timeline also revealed Justin's last communication was through a Snapchat group chat that said, you were never going to catch me. Anyway, Johnson was pronounced unalive at Hershey's Medical Center on April the 26th after his father found him unresponsive on the floor of his home. According to the Dauphin County coroner, Johnson's official cause of was complications from sickle cell disease. The coroner also identified cardiomyopathy as another significant condition. Cardiomyopathy is an enlargement of the heart, all right? The coroner also ruled the natural. At a press conference on Wednesday, Nicholas Johnson, a lawyer representing the Johnson family, said a popular game, Senior Assassination, may have led up to Johnson's unaliving. Nicholas said that they have been open and transparent with the Lower Paxton Township Police Department and the Dauphin County District Attorney's Office while the investigation is ongoing. Nicholas said he does not want this case to be an open and shut case. There are too many questions out there that need to be answered, not only for Mr. Johnson and his family, but for the community as well, said Nicholas. Anyway, they're still investigating this. So anyway, from what I gather, is this little boy was playing tag with his friends. Okay. The racist remark that was said, I don't see anything about that. But anyway, he was playing tag with his friends. And I guess after that, he collapsed once he got home and was unalive. Okay, let me see what else I can find because they don't go into strict details at all. And none of this I don't see anything that goes into strict details. Let me see what they're saying here. Hold on. So let's just go over this timeline real quick. So at 8:21 p.m., hold on. It says that the initial reports from Justin's father were that about 8:21 p.m., a juvenile male rang the doorbell. Johnson's dad reported he called his son and told him a teen was at the door. Justin told his father he was going to play tag with his friends in the neighborhood. A few moments later, video footage shows Justin leaving the house with the male. Mr. Johnson advised that he had spoken to Justin on the phone, and Justin stated he had been out running around with friends. Mr. Johnson stated he seemed fine when he spoke to him on the phone. There is video footage of Justin exiting the house at about 8:26 p.m., then going back inside and emerging again a moment later. Now, at 8:28 p.m., Justin is seen running past the house and runs through the yard and down over in an embankment. Then at 8:29 p.m., a juvenile male brings his phone to the front porch and places it on a chair so it could be recorded, returning the phone on camera. All right. Then at 8:36, Justin is seen on camera returning to the porch and using his phone. He does not appear to be in distress or actively being chased or harmed in any way. Justin is seen entering the garage and re-enters the home by himself. Then at 9:27 p.m., Mr. Johnson attempted to call him and could not reach him on the phone. At 9:54, Mr. Johnson arrives home and finds Justin unresponsive on the floor. He immediately calls 911 and begins CPR. Then the Lower Paxton Bureau of Police and took over CPR until South Central EMS arrived and took over care of Justin. Justin was then transported to Hershey Medical Center. And then at 11:53 p.m., Justin Johnson is pronounced unalive. So police said during the initial investigation, there was no signs of forced entry into the home and no indication that anyone else had entered the home with Justin. This is a weird story all the way around. So they were playing tag, basically a game like tag. They were running around playing that game. And when Justin got home, he clearly must have fell out and passed on. But the thing is that how do they not know? They claim none of the kids came back to the house, but how do they know that for sure? And is this the first time you ever played a tag game, that type of game, or was running and being very active? Because they did say he had cardiomyopathy, right, which is a large heart. But being 16, I'm pretty sure he was very active. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out why come he didn't pass out before. In the initial report, they claimed that this little boy was chased by his white friends after a racist remark was made. So whatever happened to that part of the story? So let me go back and see if anybody is saying anything about that. Hold on, let me check that out real quick. What time is it? Okay. Hold on, y'all. Just hold on for a second. Justin Johnston, right? Johnson. Let's see. Damn, I spelled his name wrong. Let me see. So it also he had sickle cell, I believe. So, but still. So they said natural causes from complication of sickle cell disease. Okay. This is a hard little case because I mean sickle cell could have affected him like that, running around. I'm still thinking about the enlarged heart though, because you would think that that would have gave him symptoms before if he was playing around like that before. They said that he was on the app before, if I'm understanding that correctly. So why didn't he have any type of warning signs before, like, shortness of breath or anything like that, to indicate that he has stuff going on with his heart? Let's see what they're saying right here. Let's see here. They say he was always trying to make new friends. And he was at home by himself, okay? And he told his father he was going to go outside and play tag with his friends. Let's see. But when they looked at that surveillance footage, they didn't see anything weird happening. And they say he was not hurt or anything. Okay, now listen. Johnson's doorbell camera did record parts of the incident, including a racist comment. Well, they said he just went to F in Africa. One of the teens could be heard shouting from a recording on a doorbell camera. And then an hour later, his father discovered his son unconscious. So tell me, how do they not know for sure that one of those kids didn't go inside that house? And also, how do we know that they are telling 100% truth? Because he did say, you do have that racist comment in there. He just went to F in Africa. Well, they did say Johnson had been told not to overexert himself due to the disease, according to his father, who spoke with ABC 27, because it could deprive him of his brain. I mean, could deprive his brain of oxygen. But if he called his dad up on the phone and told his dad that he was going outside to play tag, and his dad knew that he had sickle cell as well as cardiomyopathy, why would his dad agree to let him go out there to play tag? And then they said that he was logged onto that app, the 360 app, for a while. So clearly he was doing that type of game before. So if he was told to not overexert himself because of the sickle cell and then the cardiomyopathy, I'm still trying to figure out why his dad would let him do the game in the first place. Because when they was chasing, he was playing the game, they chasing him, they tell me he going back to Africa. Maybe something happened where they, start arguing or whatever cases, who knows. And the boy ran back home and went in the house or whatever cases, I don't know. And then when he got in there, he passed out because his oxygen level was low and he succumbed to, from that. That could have happened like that. But if somebody was doing something to him before they captured it on camera, I don't know how they would be able to prove all that, honestly, even if it did happen like that. I don't know how we could even say that it happened like that anyway, because honestly, we just can't say for sure. They don't have anything crazy on camera. All right. They said that he did not act like he was being chased in a way where he was fearing for his life. All right. And if that's on the surveillance footage, the camera footage and all that, the doorbell camera footage, I'm sure his parents saw that. So this right here, I don't know. I just think he was basically playing with his friends, so-called friends or whatever the case is, his friends, and he was just doing too much. And as far as the little racist comment they made, sometimes, let's see, what was that comment? Let's see. He went back to Africa. You know how kids be. They may have made that comment though, for real, for real. They may have made that comment just joking around with him. You know, because sometimes, like, when you got friends, they white and you black, y'all may be like, saying little silly things like that. And then, like, if it's on the camera, and then just say one of your friends, that first same friend passed on, of course, they're going to try to act like it was some BS going on, that we was arguing or something like that. And then I was running and scared in fear for my life. And that's the reason why I passed out and passed on. But I don't know, because from the surveillance footage and all this other stuff, I wonder if they released that, the video footage. Let's see if they did. I don't know. Let's see. And let's go to TikTok and see what people are saying there too, because they may be saying something a little different. Excuse me, y'all. Let's see what time it is. Okay, I got about 20 more minutes, then I got to get out of here. Let's see. Let's go to TikTok and see if they got any more information on this Justin Johnson. Let's see. Let me turn this music down. Justin Johnson. This is still on my phone. Wait, y'all. Let me turn this down. Okay, Justin Johnson. Let's see. I'm not going to show the video. I'm just let y'all hear the audio. And that's the little boy on my thumbnail. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I don't see too many. So let's see what this girl said. Let me turn this volume down so we can hear this. Hold on. Let's see. Brand. Let's see. Where's that at? Okay, let's turn this off for a minute. Let's see. Listen. Wait.
From Lower Paxton Township in Pennsylvania. An autopsy was done, and the medical examiner stated that his death was from natural causes. They're saying it was complications from sickle cell disease, and he also had cardiomyopathy. Now, there are some conflicting reports going around. Some of them say that Justin went outside to play tag with his friends, and that's why they were chasing him. But his dad said that when he was at work that night, he was getting alerts that there was activity at the front door, and he asked Justin, "Why aren't you answering the door? Your friends are there." And Justin told him, "They're going to tag me." He goes on to say that he didn't really understand what that meant. And as we know, Justin eventually goes outside, and then they start chasing him down while making...
She's not telling that story right, though. The tag me, again, that's because he was playing that game. Now, maybe, I don't know if he got tired of playing the game and tried to come back in the house, and then they just kept on playing the game with him. Sometimes kids do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's a game. Some type of 360 app that they just explained. So that's probably why he was saying that. Let's see what else.
Comments about him running back to Africa. It's also now being reported that there was never another phone call between Justin and his dad after he returned back to the house, and that his dad attempted to call him, but Justin wasn't answering the phone. Previous reports stated that there was a phone call between Justin and his dad in which Justin told his dad that he was short of breath and was having a hard time breathing, and that Justin's dad then rushed home from work to find him face down in the kitchen floor. So like I said in the last video, this is a very active investigation. I will keep everybody up to date.
And that could have happened, you know what I'm saying? But still, if he was actually playing with his friends and he just was doing, a lot with the sickle cell and then the cardiomyopathy, then, it could have happened from just that, just, running around too much, the body losing oxygen and he can't breathe and the organs can't function properly. And then his whole body just shuts down. And that's why he passed out, and eventually succumbed to everything. Let's see what else they said. Hold on.
In the Justin Johnson case from Lower Paxton Township in Pennsylvania. An autopsy was done, and the medical examiner stated that his death was from natural causes. They're saying it was complications from sickle cell disease, and he also had cardiomyopathy.
Okay.
Now, there are some conflicting reports going around. Some of them say that Justin went outside to play tag with his friends, and that's why they were chasing him. But his dad said that when he was at work that night, he was getting alerts that there was activity at the front door, and he asked Justin, "Why aren't you answering the door? Your friends are there." And Justin told him, "They're going to tag me." He goes on to say that he didn't really understand what that meant. And as we know, Justin eventually goes outside, and then they start chasing him down while making comments about him running back to Africa.
Oh, they probably
It's
just
also
make,
now being reported.
they probably, but that doesn't mean, again, because sometimes, again, when kids are friends with other kids, you know, of different race or whatever the case is, sometimes they make jokes like that. Both of them do. Because I have heard, you know, black kids making jokes about white kids, you know, and vice versa. So that doesn't mean that they were like racist like that. They could just be joking around with him. They might have joked around like that. We just don't know. I don't know for sure. You know, but let's see what else we can find.
There
on
was
that.
never another phone call between Justin.
Now, this is crazy because
Let's
I thought
see.
hazing was illegal. Now, this is Justin Johnson, and he was a student who attended Central Dauphin High School in Pennsylvania, Harrisburg to be specific. Now, Justin and his family had recently moved there from the Caribbean, and he started attending the high school, and that's when he had taken a liking to football. Now, in the video I'm about to play to you, these students, this one here,
Hold on, let's see it. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna show y'all this. Hold on. Oh man, I didn't want to have to stand up, but I'll show you guys this video if y'all can see it. Okay, hold on.
Had been on the football team, they're still on the football team, and they came to Justin's house to hang out. Now that's where the niceness of the story kind of goes away. It turns out they did not show up to Justin's house to have fun. They actually showed up to Justin's house to haze him. Now here's the video. Now, the first clip, and shout out to the neighbors and family members who released their home video, because you can see Justin running in this field and the two boys on the football team saying, "Where did he go? Did he run to Africa?" That's what they said. And then in the second clip, you can see Justin leaving his house. This Range Rover is his family's, and you see him leaving the house, and then some boy pops out from behind the car and then chases him into that field. And in this clip, you can see Justin running back to the house to check his phone. He's out of breath in this video, and what comes after is even more sad. Now, the family goes on to explain that Justin had a heart attack. He went into cardiac arrest and died. And that was due to the fact that he suffers from sickle cell. So having that exertion on his body was too much, like entirely too much. Now, after Justin's passing, the school had put out a statement, and they said that they're saddened by his passing. Justin was a 10th grade student. They go on to explain, "We understand the circumstances around Justin's death have not been determined. However, there are social media reports that indicated that Justin was subjected to racial insensitivity from classmates. Please understand that these type of behaviors is not consistent with our core values, blah, 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 blah." They did state that they are cooperating with local law enforcement. Again, according to the police, Justin was only 16 years old. The event happened around 9:55 p.m. over the weekend, and he had passed away from cardiac arrest. Justin's family does have a GoFundMe set up, and their goal is rather small, so I'm hoping that individuals will be able to help with his burial expenses. Hopefully, through the investigation, that all of these boys implemented in what they did to Justin will be brought to justice, because all he wanted to do was just fit in his new high school. Now, this is crazy because I thought hazing was illegal. Now, this is Justin Johnson, and he was a student who attended Central Dalton High School in Pennsylvania, Harrisburg to be specific. Now, Justin and his family had recently moved there from the Caribbean, and he started attending the high school, and that's when he had
all right, so now we got a little better understanding of the story. Okay, so, oh God. Again, okay, the camera video footage is a hot ass mess. Let's keep it real. But with kids, it's hard to actually say 100%. You know, I heard them say the little racist thing that they said. All right. And they did say they had reports of things happening to him, I guess, being said to him in the school, right? So they probably wasn't like joking like I thought maybe at first. Okay. Still, they're saying that his stuff happened from his sickle cell anemia and his cardiomyopathy. They're not saying that that was triggered by the kids running behind him, maybe hazing him. But in those article that I read, it didn't say anything about hazing. It said that he was going outside to play a game from a 360 app. Like it's like a tag game. And then the one boy who put his phone up, Justin's phone up on the porch, and then Justin came back and got it. Now, still, that doesn't mean that they weren't, messing with Justin. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that they weren't, because kids, they do stupid shit. And you heard the little boys laughing and acting stupid and all that shit, So like I said, it doesn't mean that what they did, playing whether he played the game voluntarily or if it wasn't voluntarily. The police so far is not saying that everything was triggered from him running. Basically, the police is not saying that it's the kid's fault. Let me just put it like that. They're saying that the coroner is saying that because he has sickle cell anemia and sickle cell, and he had the cardiomyopathy, that is what played a role. The police is not saying that the kids who were chasing him in a possible game made all of this happen. But I'm still trying to figure out, because like the article I read, it says that he talked to his dad and told his dad, whether it was in a text message phone, I don't know. I don't remember, that he was going to play tag with his friend. Let's go back to that article again, because I want to come off this TikTok video. Let's see some. Oh, why did I put this on the thing? Let's see what some of these people, they need to be charged. He was about to turn 17 at that time too. Let's see. But the thing about it, if they were hazing and they run the doorbell, they say he wanted friends, but still, if they are hazing, maybe he didn't think nothing was going to happen though. If they was hazing him, he ran and all this other stuff when he went out the door. Let's see what they got on these. I'm just looking at all these little things. Okay. Let's go back to the other article that I was reading. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me go back to that article real quick. We got about another 10 minutes. Let me hurry up. Where is that damn article at? Hold on, y'all. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see what this boy gave me. Hold on. Okay. Let's see here. So let's go on this timeline real quick. Let me see what they said on this timeline again, real quick. So hold on. So yeah, his dad said at 8:21 p.m. a juvenile male rang the doorbell. Justice Johnson's dad reported he called his son and told him a teen was at the door. Okay, then Justin told his father he was going to play tag with his friends in the neighborhood. A few moments later, video footage shows Justin leaving the house with the male. So, like in that video we just seen, it's just they was all playing that game. Now maybe they was going overboard with the game, who knows? And the game could have changed from Justin playing willingly to Justin was getting tired of playing and they would start being stupid, and it changed into them hazing Justin, and then Justin was getting tired of playing, so he ran back into the house, and I don't know, and that's where he passed, fell out, and went and had a possible heart attack, and and everything that happened afterward happened. Maybe it happened something like that they were initially playing. He was playing with them the tag game, and then it might have gotten a little bit out of hand because maybe they changed it into hazing and just started doing the most like some kids do. And were they really his true friends? You see what I'm saying? And then with the Africa thing, we heard that very loud and clear. They was laughing, acting stupid about that. Being funny and shit. Maybe by that time, I don't know. I can't say that they was just basically 100% racist for saying that, because I have heard um, people say things about each other, but they be friends. You see what I'm saying? I can't really say 100% with that. And then in this thing, they said Mr. Johnson, the dad, advised that he had spoken to Justin on the phone, and Justin stated he had been out running around with his friends. And he said his son seemed fine when he spoke to him. Then it said the video footage of Justin leaving the house at about 8:26, then going back inside and emerging again a moment later. Then at 8:28, Justin is seen running past the house and runs through the yard and down over an embankment, which we just saw that on video. Then 8:29, a juvenile male brings his phone to the front porch and places it on a chair so it could be it so it would he could be recorded returning the phone on camera. Then Justin at 8:36 was seen on camera returning to the porch and using his phone. They say he does not appear to be in distress or actively being chased or harmed in any way. Justin is then seen entering the garage and re-enters the home by himself. Maybe that was the time. No, he couldn't have called his dad again, because it says at 9:27, Mr. Johnson attempted to call him and could not reach him on the phone. Unless at 8:36 p.m. But if he called his dad at 8:36 p.m., they don't say right here, but just say if he was calling his dad and telling his dad he having trouble breathing, like that lady was just saying, his dad wouldn't be trying to call him again at 9:27. It would have seemed like his dad would have left work immediately and went to the house. There's no way his dad would have waited to 9:27 and try to call his son again if his son had just told him at 8:36 that he couldn't breathe. His dad would have called the police, the emergency, or whatever to get there. You know what I'm saying? And then his dad, because his dad didn't even take that long to get home. At 9:27 p.m., he called his son and could not reach him. So 9:54, he arrived at home. And that's where he found Justin on the floor. And he started trying to do CPR and all that stuff. And he called 911. And then 2 hours, 9:54, 10:54, 2 hours later, Justin was pronounced, you know what? Again, maybe it started off that they were all playing together, right? Maybe it started off like that. And then the game got out of control and stuff like kids sometimes do. And they started doing the most. And that boy got overexerted, you know what I'm saying? And ran back to the house and all that stuff, out of breath and everything. He probably didn't think nothing was like severely wrong or anything. And he probably thought he was gonna be okay once he just stopped running and stuff. You just don't know what this little boy was thinking about. I think that could have possibly happened. I don't know if those kids intentionally tried to unalive him. I don't know for sure with that. As far as the racist term, again, they was making jokes. Okay, it's not the same thing if somebody just holler out, "Take your ass back to Africa." You know what I'm saying? They were just making jokes, saying he probably ran to Africa. I mean, I have heard people joke around like that, or either like they have told their white friends, you take your ass back to England or something. Just all types of little silly things like that. I mean, honestly, we can't. I don't know if we can use that as a grounds to say that these kids caused this unaliving, because we don't know if the kids knew he had sickle cell or cardiomyopathy, and we don't even know if they understood what these illnesses in this condition is. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of hard to say. Really? Oh wow. Well, my prayers are extended out to your cousin, Tony. Um, hmm. So, like I just said, it's hard to say with this case, right? I can't just go out and say all these kids purposely did this to this little boy to make him, be unalive. Because the way they did the article, it made it sound like that too. But I don't know. I can't really say that 100% for sure. I just can't say that. I just think they just got out of control outside. They started out playing as friends. I don't know if they was friends while they was out running, or if it changed, or if it was some type of like setup. I don't know. But the thing about it, I don't think they knew that he would, you know, be unalived. I just don't know about that. And let's see what else I can find. Then we're gonna get ready to get out of here. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. And the way they got this written down on these articles, man, makes you sound like that. These white kids chased this black boy down and made him have made him be unalive. Yeah, he was playing like a tag game. It's like it really is. And they said the male with the water, you know what, was knocking on the front door. Let me see this real quick. Hmm. So he was found on the kitchen floor of their home. Yeah, they was playing the game similar to Senior Assassin. And they had the tag with water guns. And it must be recorded on video. That's why they had the phones out. It was 22 kids all together in that Life 360 group, including Justin. And all of them joined the app and downloaded to their phones. So they must have all got together and decided to do this. So 2 were white, 1 was biracial, and 1 was Asian. Okay. The boys rang the doorbell, and Justin yelled that he would be right out after he signed a contract related to the game. Then it's unclear how the contract related to the game. I guess they was telling, maybe the contract said if anything happened, they're not going to be held responsible. A chase began when Justin walked outside and approached the 3 cars that the other teen boys had parked outside his home. Justin started running and the boys chased him, one with the water gun in hand. Somebody said, "Get it on video." One of the teens yelled while chasing Justin. When Justin breezed out of reach into a nearby field, one boy shouted he just went to Africa. The F for Africa. And they was just joking around, acting stupid. The boys left the area just after 8:30 p.m. Minutes later, Justin went back inside, called his dad, and said he had just been playing tag outside with his friends. He said, "You were never going to catch me." That's what Justin messaged the Snapchat group at 8:42 p.m. 6 minutes after he retrieved his phone from the chair, according to screenshots police provided at Friday's press conference. Then Justin's father came home and found Justin's collapsed in the kitchen around 9:55. All right. So yeah, they was just playing. I mean, that's just common sense. Yeah, he was just playing. They was all playing. And as far as the Africa, go back to Africa, he went to Africa. I mean, they didn't say go back to Africa. They said that he must have ran to Africa. They was just making jokes. I mean, damn, that's what it sounded like to me. They was just making jokes. If he was if they were doing something to him bad, there was no way he would have agreed to do all this with them. And then he said, "You're never going to catch me." He sent them a message at 8:42 saying that. He didn't even think nothing was going to happen to himself after that. You know what I'm saying? Then he took his phone from that chair 6 minutes after that, after 8:42. And he collapsed around 9:55, so he must have got short of breath sometime after that when he went to get his phone, which was probably at 8:50 something. And then he must have started getting short of breath. Too bad he didn't know to call 911. You know what I'm saying? Because he might have been saved. I don't know for sure. So they do have some questions, okay? And then some of them are about running back to Africa and whether the teens were using a water gun on April the 26th. Police held up a water gun during the press conference that was used in the April 22 visit to Justin's home. Yeah, but it was a water gun, okay? And I just think they were just basically joking around and playing. And so the State Police Heritage Affairs Division, which is responsible for monitoring hate crimes in the state, they are monitoring the investigation to ensure an objective outcome, according to Aaron Allen, a corporal with that division who attended Friday's news conference. And so Nick Johnson said the boys who repeatedly rang the Johnsons' Ring doorbell on Friday, April the 26th, had been at the home trying to get Justin to come outside days earlier on April the 22nd. One of the boys reportedly rang the doorbell that day while others hid around the corner of the home. When the boys returned on April the 26th, Justin initially declined to come outside, telling them he was not home. He finally agreed to walk out when the boys said they could see Justin through his home windows. The Johnson family's attorney said questions remain about what the boys were holding and why they were at Justin's house. Okay. And they still saying this was not just a game of tag. Why was he targeted? But I don't know. They got conflicting reports, honestly. The dad said something totally different at first. So, like I said before, this is a hard one. I still think maybe the condition that he suffered did basically play a huge role into this situation. At the same time, when the boys came to his house the first time, he did not want to play. Then they came back the second time, a couple of days later. But, one reporter said that Justin was like, "I'm going outside to play tag." And at the same token, then they said that, he hesitated about going outside. So I don't know. This is, like I said, this is a weird story. I still believe that whether he was going outside willingly or not, I just believe these little boys and it was just being stupid as hell. I don't think they was trying to unalive this boy. I just don't. And as far as the comment that they made, he's running back to Africa. I don't know. Some of these people's sense of humor is not cute. Like I said before, but that's from both parts, both sides. When people be, friends with people of different races, sometimes they play around like that. Not saying that Justin played around with them like that, because I don't know, but I'm just saying I don't know for sure about this case, right? This is kind of weird and stuff, but I will keep you guys updated when I find out some more information regarding this. It is a shame that he lost his life, and my condolences and prayers are extended out to his family and friends, and definitely his parents and stuff. And may this little boy rest in peace. And hopefully these kids did not do anything purposely or anything. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now let's look up this condition real quick. Somebody said that a lot of athletes, Tony said, a lot of athletes succumb from the same condition. Let's see, cardiomyopathy. What is cardiomyopathy? Let's see. Oh, he shouldn't have been outside running anyway like that. Um, I actually thought it was a large heart, but it's not. Let's see. Yeah, they get shortness of breath, trouble breathing, fatigue, swelling in the ankles and legs, irregular heartbeat or palpitation, and they can also pass out. Let's see. So that causes the heart to lose its ability to pump blood well. In some cases, the heart rhythm also becomes disturbed, and this can lead to irregular heartbeats. Let's see what else. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that's probably definitely that condition definitely played a huge role in that and stuff. Hold on, let me see that something real quick. Yeah, I still was right. Yeah, it's enlarged too. Enlarged or dilated heart. And that is the most common types of cardiomyopathy. Mm-mm-mm. And they can also get inflammation of the myocarditis. Goodness. Yeah, that's crazy. But anyway, I will keep you guys updated on this case right here. If anything else happens, or if they find out any incriminating evidence or anything like that, I will keep you guys updated to that. All right. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for this live tonight. I forgot it was something I wanted to tell you guys. Oh, earlier today when I was out at the store at Tarjay, somebody dropped their wallet. Okay. And so I was over there in the area looking for something, and I happened to walk past it and saw it. I picked it up and opened it up, and I saw the guy's picture, because obviously I always look for the pictures and stuff like that. And so I was like, let me see if I can find this guy in the store. So I started searching around the store to see if I could see him, and I didn't see him. So I was like, since I can't find him, maybe he left, I'll just go take his wallet up to customer service. So that's what I did. And they was like, thank you and stuff like that. So then I went over there to the cash register, to self-service cash register, and I started paying for my stuff. Then I don't know, all of a sudden I was looking over and I saw the dude. I was like, hey, 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 hey. I said, you looking for your wallet? He was like, yeah. And I was like, I found it and I took it to customer service and gave it to them at customer service. And I was like, shoot, you better be glad I looked at your picture, because when I looked at your picture, I was like, when I found your wallet, I decided to go into the wallet to see, if your driver's license or whatever is in there, so I can see what you look like and everything. And I told him, you better be glad I found your wallet, because you got a lot of people out here that don't be trying to keep, don't try to return nothing back. They'll keep that shit, especially when they see money inside of it and all that. So he went up there and got his wallet, and he ended up giving me a couple of dollars for giving it to, taking up to customer service and all that stuff, doing the right thing. And I was like, you don't have to give me any money. He was like, no, I want to. And I asked him, how did he drop his wallet? And he said his little boy, he had gave his wallet to his little boy to hold, and his little boy threw the wallet out of the basket. Because I was like, how the hell do you not know that your wallet fell? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was glad that I found it though, because I'm telling you, if some other people would have picked that wallet up, his ass he would have been out of money. They would have been charging on that credit card and every damn thing else. So I'm glad I found it and stuff, and I did the right thing, and returned it and stuff. And I was happy that I saw him before I left the store too, because like if I was at Walmart, I definitely would have found him, because I don't trust them damn cashiers at Walmart. They'll be keeping that shit. They don't want the wallet, but they'll take the money out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, who's to say that when somebody returned it, they didn't take the money out? So it would be easy for a cashier, do it secretly and stuff. But I'm glad I found it and stuff and was able to return it to him. And I remember some years ago, I found a wallet when I used to live in Cleveland at the grocery store once again. And this dude had a whole bunch of money in his damn wallet. Man, I was like, man, whose damn wallet is this? And I don't know how I found it, man, but I must have looked at it in the ID as well. And I found him and I gave him his wallet. And that BITCH didn't do shit but say thank you with all that money he had in his wallet. Crazy. And then I remember one time here, I found this lady's wallet at the grocery store again. It was on the side of a shopping cart. This time I didn't take it back in the store. What I did is went inside her wallet and I got her ID and stuff. And I looked her up online and I found her number and stuff. And then I called her up and told her I found her wallet. And she asked me, could she come by and get it? I told her to describe it and all that first, just to make sure that I was talking to the right person. And she did. And she asked me, could she come by and pick it up? I told her, yeah. And I gave her wallet. She was like, thank you so much. Because most people, when they did this and everything was intact and everything. And a couple of weeks later, I got a post, I got some mail. She had sent me a 2 or 3 gift cards and a letter saying thank you. So that was sweet. So it's always good to do the right things when you find stuff, especially like inside of a store, you see the damn ID there. Even if you find it outside, you see the ID. I really do believe that you should try to contact the person if possible to see if you can get it back to them. Now if you can't get it back to them, then it's on you. But if you can, or if there's no ID in it, then it is what it is. But for the most part, if there's an ID in there, even credit cards, you can try to look them up and try to get them their stuff back. And I'm just glad I was able to do that, especially tonight, because he was really happy about that. I just wanted to tell you guys that before I get ready to leave, okay? So y'all make sure y'all do something good, do some good deeds, because they do pay off and it does make you feel good inside. All right, guys. Hey, Street Poet. I'm getting ready to go, but thank you so much for tuning in. All right. And y'all go check out Street Poet and show him some love and support. Let's see what Tony said. I believe the father felt guilty because he knew his son shouldn't be outside playing and blamed it on kids. It would be some type of yeah, I do too. I don't believe what the initial report that he gave. I believe him when he said that, plus the surveillance footage basically indicates that. I don't believe those kids was trying to unalive him. Of course, they made the little remark, but I don't think they was doing it because they was trying to be like, they could have been like racist, but I mean, I don't know for sure because I'm not them, but I just know they do make jokes like that sometimes. I really do know that. And so do black kids. So, it is what it is. But I don't think he should have been outside playing anyway. And I think his dad should have told him, you don't need to be outside running and doing tag or anything like that. If the kids was ringing his doorbell, he could easily call 911, to have the police come out there. So again, I just think they was all playing. It could have got out of hand, outside. and they could have took it overboard like kids sometimes do. You be ready to stop, the other kids keep on playing. It could have happened like that. However, I don't think they were trying to make the kid be unalive, because who's to say they knew about his heart condition, or they may have known about the sickle cell. I don't know for sure, but who would have known about his heart condition? You see what I'm saying? It's like I got hypertension, right? All right, and I'm outside playing with my friends and stuff, and I um overdo it and then end up having a heart attack. But my friends don't know. They're not purposely trying to make me have one. You know what I'm saying? I just think, like I said, the dad should have been telling him, you don't need to go outside to play no tag because you know your condition. I think the little boy might have been trying to stop, and the other kids may have kept on doing it. You know what I'm saying? And he just overdid it. I think he got to take it. If you have that cardiomyopathy, you have to take it kind of gentle. It's just like when you have heart failure or low functionality. You have to be kind of, you got to be gentle. You got to not do too much. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here running around like that, because like even with your low functionality, your body is not pumping blood, or no, the oxygen is not getting to your organs like they should. That's why you get out of breath easier. So you just can't be going overboard. You know what I'm saying? Just like his condition, he couldn't be just doing, he was just probably just doing too much. Anyway, it's still a sad situation. Regardless, he was only 16 years old. My prayers and sympathy is expressed out to his dad, his mom, his other family members, and his friends. And I don't know what else to say about that. But again, if I do get any updates, I will let you guys know, like I said a few minutes ago. All right, let's go ahead and do roll call and then get out of here. It's 2:16. Y'all got me up on this computer at 2:16. I got to get back up at 7:20. I'm gonna get up now at 7:25. I need to go take my sleeping pills too. Not sleeping pills, but my allergy pill, so I can fall asleep. So anyway, Carl is here. Thank you so much for coming by, showing support, and keeping my live on. Carl, you should play my whole playlist, okay, tonight. If you don't do it tonight, because you probably won't hear this tonight, but when you watch this video over, Carl, do my playlist so I can get some watch hours from that. All right, Carl, and have a good day at work tomorrow too. Tony Bands, thank you so much for coming by, showing support. Y'all check out Tony and show him some love. Such a fucking lady was over here showing support. I'm pretty sure she went to bed because she got to get up. But thank you so much, Such a Fucking Lady. Y'all go check out Such a Fucking Lady and show her some support. Nate the Great Podcast is over here. Thank you so much, Nate Baby. Y'all show Nate some love and support. John K was here. Thank you so much, John K, for coming by showing support. Y'all make sure y'all show John some love and support. D Shep was in the house. Y'all make sure y'all show D Shep some love and support as well. Let's see who else. Y'all was here for a long time, D Shep and John K. And Tony Bands too. And y'all definitely make sure y'all show Tony some love and support. And thank you so much, Tony. And thanks, it's Street Poet. Thank you so much for coming by. I know you probably just got up and you probably getting ready to start your day. Show Street Poet some love and support as well, guys. And thank you so much, Street Poet. That's right, top of the AM, y'all. Good morning to y'all. Because over there on the East Coast is 62345. It's 5:18 AM. So happy and blessed Wednesday. Y'all have a good work day. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget where I'm going today. I'll keep y'all updated. I'm pretty sure they're going to do another continuance, okay? That's what the judge is probably going to do. I'm telling you guys in advance, that's what the judge is probably going to do, is do another continuance to give me additional time to serve this dude and stuff. But we will see tomorrow, and I will let you guys know that update at least, all right? Thanks to everybody in the bushes. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Also, thanks to everybody who watches this in the replay. I do appreciate you as well. Guys, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content. Seemed like I said that a few minutes ago. I probably did. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Y'all, if you want to show support to this channel, you can show additional support by doing a Cash App to $Shades2. All donations are used to better this channel. All right. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys later today. I'm gonna try to come on before late at night if I can. All right, y'all know I be working and stuff, taking care of business, and trying to fix up this house, be unpacking all that type of stuff. So bear with me. All right. Good night and good morning, and I'll see you guys later. This is Shay's Tube, and I am out, y'all. Peace out. Let's see here. Y'all know what I do usually. Got to go through this whole process.